As cases soar, the CDC considers adding testing to its new guidance, which cuts quarantine times from 10 days to 5.
But as Sabrina Wilson reports, a local infectious disease expert doubts the recommended test will be the PCR test, which can show positive results for weeks after infection.
Amid surging COVID-19 cases, confusion and controversy persist over the CDC's revised quarantine guidelines that say after 5 days, people can end isolation. LSU Health New Orleans Chief of Infectious Diseases, Dr. Julio Figueroa.
First of all, you have to be asymptomatic before you get back that 5 days. So you have that's one of the things that's been a little bit confused in this whole discussion, is that they're talking about asymptomatic individuals.
Dr. Anthony Fauci, the president's chief medical advisor, says the CDC is considering adding testing to the 5-day get out of quarantine pass.
I myself feel that that's a reasonable thing to do. I believe that the CDC soon will be coming out with more clarification of that.
They're going to probably recommend the antigen test. And the reason for that is that there are better data to say that the antigen test positivity correlates a little bit better with infectivity than the PCR test.
The PCR test is not a rapid test.
So the PCR test itself is too sensitive.
Masking is required for an additional 5 days post-quarantine.
They're all supposed to be wearing really good, tight-fitting masks, as I am right now, so that it's not a license to be able to go out and do whatever you want without a mask.
COVID is exploding due to the Omicron variant. Dr. Mark Kline is physician-in-chief at Children's Hospital.
We've never seen anything like it. Omicron is just so contagious, and so the numbers in the community and the amount of community transmission that's occurring is mind-boggling. Now, a lot of people think that Omicron is milder than Delta. I hope they're right.
Is there enough data to say that it's likely going to be a mild infection for whoever contracts it?
Well, I can tell you that we are definitely seeing people who are getting sick and sick enough to get in the hospital and sick enough to be put on oxygen and be even put on the ventilator. Okay. It's not as commonly seen as we did with the Delta wave.
I'm Sabrina Wilson, Fox 8 Local First.
The CDC says if you were exposed to someone with COVID and you have had a booster shot or are fully vaccinated, test on day 5 if possible and wear a mask for 10 days.